with sensory marketing, it's a type of marketing that attempts to appeal to all the senses of a particular person. Sensory marketing is done in order to help foster an emotional connection with our consumers. In particular, this is done so that we can create sort of an emotional brand within them. In particular, this focuses on their opinions and beliefs of our product and store in a general sense. With a multi-sensorial approach, we're able to help foster this image rather than just solely focusing on the typical forms of media, auditory, and visual. In particular, we are planning to focus on the olfactory sense, the tactile sense, and sight. Olfactory is our sense of smell, and tactile is our sense of touch. This is done, we're planning to do this by unveiling a series of interactive displays throughout our stores.
So the sense of sight is really, really important to customers and how they purchase. So we were gonna put in each department a interactive kiosk where the customer could go and you can choose from a set of standards for rooms, and you can see how they would actually work with your home, how all the furniture would work in each department. Like you could design your kitchen, everything, see how everything fits together. And it would just be a really good way for customers to find things that they didn't even think they wanted, but see how well they fit into their home. And it would increase sales because there is a real need for this. People are talking about it, especially for college dorms and stuff like that. People are really talking about it online, saying they wish they had a way to design their rooms because they don't know what's going to fit. They don't know what's going to look good. And other companies have implemented similar designs, and it has worked well for them so far.
So you talk about interactive displays. Now, how would the interactive displays be utilized within your brick and mortar stores, and who's already implementing these ideas now?
Well, a lot of companies are using them online, like Raymore Flanagan and Design Your Dorm, and there's been a lot of positive feedback to that. So some stores do have something similar in their stores, but it's not quite the same. Like Bloomingdale's has something where it shows you how clothes would look on you, which is kind of similar. So you don't have to try on the clothes. And it's implemented through interactive kiosks, such as advanced kiosks.
We know that now is particularly the time to implement this for Bed Bath & Beyond because of our strong financial position, our well-trained management, and our brand loyalty. Those things will be able to propel us to success.
We are aware that your online sales are rather low compared to the market. How do you think your innovation will improve upon this?
It'll boost online sales because interactive kiosks actually boost in-store purchases online. So people come in, they use the kiosks, they see things, and if it's not in-store, they can purchase it online and have it shipped right to the store.
So we know that customer reviews are negative as a result of poor customer service in stores. How do you feel that implementing interactive displays will enhance this?
On the Bed Bath & Beyond review website, 58% of customer reviews were negative, and this was mostly due to service. People were saying they really love the product, so that's good, but we're trying to work on the service through this because that is why most of the comments are negative.
Well, most of the negative customer reviews, as you said, are due to our service, and that's because of our lack of employees in the store. The interactive kiosk will allow customers to enter and be able to put in their orders quicker and more efficiently, thereby reducing their wait expectancy, which is a problem that Julia Baker mentioned in the study, because that tends to cause customers not to return to stores and thereby not make purchases.
Now, you talked about sensory marketing earlier on in the presentation. Now, when you talk about about smell, what would you utilize, ambient or direct sense, in your sensory marketing plan in the stores?
We would use ambient scenting because, as Bosnians identified, ambient scenting is able to curate an emotional and cement a connection with the customer. And on top of that, we have to make sure to use the correct ambient scent, because if the ambient scent is congruent with that person's expectations of the store's smell, that person therefore will have higher purchasing intentions and a more willingness to pay a greater price, thereby making our goods seem like they are goods or quality goods at an affordable price. With the interactive kiosk, an ambient scenting. The particular scents that we plan to use, especially in the cooking department, is the smell of fresh baked bread because it's a very analogous smell that a lot of people can relate to. And in the bathroom department and the toiletries, we plan to freshen it with just a little scent of lavender running all the time to give people an atmosphere of a nice, relaxing time shopping, slowing down their time shopping.
By implementing this innovation, what would you say your target market is?
Target market is 18 to 40-year-olds, specifically people in college, leaving college, or starting families.
Why would some customers feel more comfortable using an interactive display other than having the actual physical products in the store for them to utilize?
Some customers would feel more uncomfortable with interactive displays because, as noted by Paxton Chiders, they have a need for touch when it comes to making purchasing decisions. Essentially, they create a need for touch scale to determine a person's desire to touch an object prior to purchasing. In addition, by using an interactive display, we'll be able to have a sort of sideboard on the side with different samples of fabrics and mattress types depending on the section, which will allow consumers to touch the object without causing what is known as a contagion effect, which is essentially when another customer touches an object that another customer is considering buying, they automatically find it a little disfavourable and more disgusting. But by having that sideboard, we'll be able to overcome that and be able to give the people who have a need for touch and satisfy their desires.
And also, Generation X grew up with touchscreens, so they're a lot more comfortable using them. And according to Kevin Kent, the VP at Meridian Kiosks, they not only are comfortable with interactivity, they demand it. It's more of a push-pull type of marketing strategy, which the younger generations are more comfortable with, so it works better for them.
So how do you think this innovation will put you ahead of your competition?
So there's a lot of advantages to interactive kiosks according to Advanced Kiosks. These include enhancing product awareness, greater connection with customers, increase in profits, they generate leads, and again, they increase in-store purchases of online stuff. Other advantages include they command attention, they engage customers, and create brand loyalty and customer confidence. It's in-store entertainment, they educate on products, and they're versatile. They're also very easy to install. It's a one-day setup, and usually the warranties are very good, about 3 years.
And on top of this, when focusing on the senses in this new innovative kiosk, we're only focusing on such a few amount of senses as to avoid what is known as sensory overload that was identified by Milliman, which could potentially paralyze the customers and make them unable to make clear purchasing decisions.
Now, with that, are any physical stores currently implementing these type of kiosks in them that you guys want to do?
No stores are implementing this specific kiosk. So we would be the first, and it would be a great innovation for Bed Bath & Beyond because we would just be ahead of the game with that.
It will help us take over the market and put us on the cutting edge.
What are some potential problems that you guys can foresee happening?
Well, we do realize that there are some potential limitations, including that older generations may not be as comfortable with the interactive displays. They may not know how to use it, but we believe that that is something that can be overcome. It's not a huge problem.
Another big potential problem that we've encountered is the use of ambient scenting, in particular making sure those scents have defined territories and they don't overlap with other departments. The best way to attempt to prevent this is to work with each store on an individual basis to make sure that they themselves aren't over-scenting the area. It should be that you can't do a general thing because it's based on store square foot.